Henry David Thoreau was a poet, philosopher, and an environmental scientist. Thoreau once said, "Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it." I think this quote means that when you are doing lots of work, in the end you will get something in return, without even realizing it. I can relate to this quote because one time my mom made me watch a video about peanuts. When I finished this video, I enjoyed learning about peanuts. I realized that I was successful by letting myself watch the video. My success was in education. I would advise people that when you don't really want to do work, you need to think about what you could get in return.
Voltaire was known for his literary achievements. He was also a philosopher. He wrote plays, poetry, novels, and essays. Voltaire once said, "No snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible." I think this quote means that because it takes many snowflakes to cause an avalanche, you can't just blame it on one. But if no snowflake was in the avalanche would have never happened in the first place. For example, if you commit a crime with other people and you get caught, you don't think you should go to jail because you did so little. But if you did something bad, even if it was only a little part, you should recognize what you did and make up for your mistakes. This is like when my brother and I gang up on my sister. We always get into trouble, but we never feel too bad about it because we both think the other person is at fault. But I know that we were both at fault and that we should own up to our mistakes.
Mark Twain is a very well-known author who wrote one of my favorite stories, Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain said, "The man who reads but doesn't choose good books has no advantage over the man that doesn't read." I think this quote means that the man that has knowledge but doesn't use it has no advantage over the ignorant man. When I was little, there was a bully at my school who hated me. He chased me and cornered me at a pole. Since he wasn't thinking about the pole, he swung his fist and I ducked, so he hit the pole. He knew how to fight better than me, and he was stronger than me, but I had the advantage because of brains. So remember, brain beats brawn.
Ovid was born in 43 BC. He was a Roman poet who wrote about love. He once said, "Let your hook always be cast in the pool where you least expect it, there will be fish." The meaning of this quote is that when you think there is no possibility, try anyways. You might be lucky. You will never know the answer until you try. One example is if you go fishing and you say, "Oh, we're not fishing there, there's no fish." You do not know that, but you still say that. You never know the answer until you try. If you do not try, you miss out on opportunities. Once I went deep sea fishing with my dad and half my mate. The captain of the boat said, "Do not fish here, there are no fish. Let's go to deeper water." I cast my hook and 5 minutes later, I got 2 fish at a time. That shows you that there can be a chance for you even where you least expect it.
Sir Winston Churchill was Prime Minister of Great Britain and led the British people to victory in World War II. He said, "A pessimist sees the difficulties in every opportunity, and an optimist sees opportunities in every difficulty." I think this quote means that you can look at a challenge in life and see all the hardships of it, or you can see what positive opportunities the challenge gives you. The message of this quote is that life is how you look at it, and if you're happy or sad in life, it all depends on how you look at opportunities. One time I got a big part in my first play, called Far, Far Away, and I had a lot of solos. I was excited about the lines I had, but I was also very scared that I would forget the lines on stage. At first I thought of all of the reasons why I couldn't be successful, but then I decided to face the challenge and overcome the difficulties. I succeeded and I did great on stage. Next time I'll remember to see a difficult task as an opportunity to succeed.
The Talmud is a group of discussions from rabbis about laws, customs, history, history, and other topics that pertain to Judaism. One saying from the Talmud is, if you add to the truth, you subtract from it. Exactly, the truth is the only real truth. Even just adding a little detail to your story can really have an impact. When you say more than what happened, you aren't saying exactly what did happen. Saying something completely untruthful is lying. Saying just a few untruthful words to your story probably doesn't seem like a big deal, but in fact it's still lying. One time, a friend told me something that she did, and I believed her because she was my friend. I found out later that she exaggerated to make herself look better. That really was not necessary. After that, it took me a while to trust that friend again. You should always try to be satisfied with the truth. You should try to realize that you never have to lie. You do it most of the time to make yourself or something look more interesting. Thank you.
Van Sweetland is an author who said, "I cannot hold a torch to light another's path without brightening our own." This quote means that when you do good deeds for other people, you benefit from them as well. When you hold a torch for someone else, it helps you see the path in front of yourself too. This doesn't mean that you should always do nice things for other people just because you will benefit from them. Rather, benefiting yourself is like a bonus prize you get when you help others. When I help my mom set the dinner table, I do it to help her, but I also get to eat dinner sooner, as well as my whole family. So my good deed benefits not only my family, but also myself.
Nothing happens unless I dream first. The famous poet Carl Sandburg said this. This means you have to have a dream to make something happen. In other words, you have to set a goal and then make it happen. In my life, I have set a goal to become a professional clarinet player. Now my skills have improved and I have gotten a musical boost. My dream could come true as I get older because I know what my goal is.